Hey,
Oh, hey,
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 what's up?
hey, Q, what's going on?
Say what?
What's up, Miss Mamas?
What's up, Mr. Mamas?
Hey, Miss Mamas.
Um, why you got sunglasses on?
I'm actually recovering from last night, so right now I'm going to be in a Mary J. Blige My Life mood. So I will have these glasses on to control the way my eyes are giving. Yeah, I'm gonna just be in Mary J. Blige mode. And when I talk in Mary J. Blige mode, I'm gonna be mumbling like, and I'm gonna bite my lip. I'm just gonna give you very Mary J. Blige on this whole. You know, yeah.
You do. So are we talking Mary J. Blige when she was with KC or Mary J.
Yes.
Blige?
Yes. 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 The KC Mary J. Blige relationship. I'm gonna be giving that. Yes.
What if she had glasses on for a different reason?
Okay. Then I'm gonna be where she's at because that's where I'm at. 'Cause child, last night.
We'll, we'll get into that in a second. Anyway, I want to say what's up to everybody coming at you on a Sunday. As you can see, we could not do this show yesterday because somebody was at the club while I was sitting at home with my kids. Somebody was at the club.
I was at the club.
I was home being a good parent to my child.
Well, listen, when you have lots of kids, like our sis, Miss Kiki Wyatt, then you can have your kids watch your kids while you go out to the club.
Kiki got more patience and love than I would ever have to give.
Ain't enough food stamps in the world for me. I'm just,
10.
I mean, the income tax is sickening, but I don't have time for. And I
That's
know
only
during,
once. That's only once a year.
but listen, but during COVID, and all nine of those kids at the time, she was getting a nice stipend. Um,
Anyway, y'all, what's up? Welcome to Weekend Sessions. I am Q, the content guy. This is my brother, Adrian. Adrian Ford, sometimes known as a whore.
I know you fucking lying.
Everybody, before we get started, let's give my brother a big shout out. Tuesday is his birthday. He will be turning 107. 107. So everybody send him $1 so he can get his kids something off the dollar menu.
Yeah, send me something. I'm gonna be ghetto like everybody else. Send me something on that link below. Send me something from Cash App so I can get my kids something from Family Dollar so they can leave me the hell alone.
I thought you get something to eat.
No, they can have a toy or a bag of chips from Family Dollar. So that link below, go on and do that. So I can go on and get these kids, because they tired of eating Kool-Aid and toast because I don't cook. So
Do you at least put butter on the toast?
I don't cook.
But do you put butter on the toast?
Who?
Butter.
Who?
You.
Who?
Butter.
As long as me and Mr. Buck got steak, I don't care what them kids eat. Next subject. Somebody's having this conversation right now in Detroit.
Right now in Detroit. Ooh. Let me tell you one place I don't want to be from.
You better leave Detroit people alone.
I'll be from Cleveland before I'm from Detroit.
Listen, say something. In Detroit, child, you can have a 2024 Tesla ride on the donut, child. That's just child, and the door banged out. I mean, that's just what it does.
It is what it is.
Child.
It is what it is. All right, so I got us up on Facebook. I got us up on YouTube. This is not my first time going live. This is your time going live. First time going live. So yeah.
Well, on OnlyFans. Oh, never mind.
Oh, you go live on OnlyFans?
Yeah.
But you be in the camera like this?
Yes.
Anyway, let's get some before we get to the real topic of the show, which is relationships and how we feel about relationships. I like this sweater. I got this sweater from
Dude, that is a cute sweater. Who brought that, Mom?
No, I buy my own clothes.
Finally.
You know how they be on Facebook and they be like, this is from Sheen. I got this from Sheen. This is from Sheen. I got this from Sheen.
Oh,
Sheen. I got this from Sheen. What you giving today? Because you giving me like you going to the army or something. Or you sneaking over trade.
well, I got this ensemble in Houston. I don't know what the store was, but it was in Houston, and it's kind of like a mask slash hoodie slash. It was a lot going on, but it just was what it was, and I thought it was cute. For Oklahoma, living in Oklahoma with Mr. Buck.
I can't wait to meet Mr. Buck one day.
Everybody else knows Mr. Buck, but I know you can't wait to meet Mr. Buck.
I don't know about Mr. Buck. I know about some other people you dealt with, but I don't know about Mr. Buck. I know about Beijing, but I don't know about Mr. Buck.
Not Beijing.
Anyway, so as we mentioned, earlier, Kiki Wyatt is pregnant. I just saw that news today.
Okay. Kiki Wyatt's pregnant, and we got people who are like going off in like her defense, saying that, hey, don't talk about Kiki Wyatt, she's doing everything right, and this and that. I'm like, child, we've been reading Nick Cannon, Nick Big Dick Cannon. Now we gotta, what makes a difference with Kiki? Just because you get married to somebody, you don't owe them a child. I'm sorry, you just don't owe everybody a child. I can't. She must got some money stashed up somewhere, because just too many goddamn kids running around here, child. I hope she gotta have a mansion.
Well, she live in Atlanta.
Like I say, ain't no bunk beds to go around for me. And
10
they say
kids.
10 kids. They say her oldest child is 3. So I can't keep up with.
I'm surprised she'll have a reality show
called Litter. Kiki Wyatt's Litter.
So my thing is, when you get married, so the guy on the shirt, he said this is the last one. But when she divorced you and go to the next guy, then she gotta have kids with the next guy.
Yeah, so it's not the last one.
Yeah, so it's not the last one.
No.
She probably have 20 kids by the time.
You. Yeah, maybe for him it's the last one, but not for every other. Never mind.
I feel like by next year she'll probably have 20 kids.
I told you, dropping like red, like a litter.
I don't have that much love in me.
She's been pregnant since I known her.
I don't have that much patience. I don't even know where my child at.
Child.
Kingston. Kingston. Oh, he's somewhere in here. I don't know where my child at.
Well, you see how quiet my house is, so you know they're not here.
Well, your kids ain't never been with you. All right, moving on. So the halftime show. Did you watch it yet?
I told you on the last episode I wasn't going to watch it, but somebody sent it to me. Q sent it to me in a text message talking about, you need to watch it.
Did you not like it?
Okay, I got a lot to say. It's a lot of things to say on one part and one perspective. So the one perspective I want to get out the way, and I don't want no one thinking I'm racist, but I have to say it. Yeah, white people didn't like the whole halftime show because it just wasn't white enough for them, and they were angry, and I don't like rap music, and I don't like. And they said the American Family Association had issues with it. See, what the American Family Association is the white family association, and it's only with white people's opinions and how they feel about what should be broadcast on TV. Now, watching the show, it kind of took me back because I like Dr. Dre, and I like Snoop Dogg, and I like Eminem, and I like Kendrick, and I love Mary J. Blige. So the combination was really, really good. I love Eminem because Eminem said, "I'll go fuck what y'all say, and y'all do. Injustice, and y'all tell me what not to do." But guess what? They're not blowing the internet down. They're not going off. They're not freaking. See, it's a double standard. They're not flipping out how they did on, Colin. You know what I mean? But now they ain't say shit about Eminem. Oh, he kneeled. But they're not making it a big uproar like they did with Kaepernick. So that just goes to show again the narrative how media just rolls on, again, privilege. Again, kudos to Eminem because you did what you need to do, and I don't care, and they can fuck off because you still gonna be Eminem, and they can't say nothing to you. Mary J. Blige, Mary Joseph Blige. What got me was that she started off, because I get it, the one song where, because Dr. Dre had something to do with it, but she went into No More Drama and she had that drop. And this is what I thought. I was like, Lord Jesus, why does she sing No More Drama at the Super Bowl? Like, in all the dramatics and falling out and screaming. It's an uplifting event. We didn't need No More Drama. Mary, you got enough bangers to keep us like flowing. You could have came out with Mary's joint all night long, and we would have went and come into my bedroom, honey. What Trey got will make you spend money. I mean, I could have went in on that one, but you just had to I don't know what it is, but there's No More Drama song, but just let it go. Let's put the rest. Let that song rest in peace, because I can't just let it go. Kendrick always delivers every time. And people bash 50 Cent, but I think with the bashing of 50 Cent, the body shaming, 50 Cent does to other people. So I mean, they did it back to him. Who cares? It's like natural consequences for whatever it is. His climb his big ass up on that thing, sitting upside down, and scared me. I liked it. I seen Anderson .Paak playing in the background. I was like, that was cool. Do all the other stuff. It just, I'm ready for something else now. Now they said that Mary J. Blige now is in the works of working on her new album with, talks of doing a new album with Dr. Dre.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Mary works well with Dr. Dre. So I really think that will be a banger. All I'm saying, Mary J. Blige, if you're watching this, I love you, Mary, to death, but please get vocal training. And come hard with it, because we love you. What were your thoughts about the Super Bowl halftime show?
I liked it. I can't stand No More Drama. I don't give a fuck who produced it, what the climate was behind it. I hate that song. I hate that song. I hate that album. So to me, I felt the same way. She said Dre picked the songs for everybody. So I was like, okay, cool. Like I said, Family Affair made sense. I mean, I think that's probably one of her biggest singles. Generational races, all kind of things. I think everybody loves that single. I hate No More Drama. I hate No More Drama. I hate No More Drama. I don't give a fuck if it's the Young and the Restless sample, Guiding Light sample. If it was a
I like, and those who used to watch Passion
single, All My Children. I hate.
I know it was produced. Drama. I know it was produced by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Well, they did a horrible job. I hate that song.
But I was over it.
She looked good.
She looked amazing.
Snoop, I just want to hang out with Snoop. I don't want to get high with him. I just want to hang out. I'm gonna get high because I'm gonna be around him. I just want to hang out with Snoop. I feel like Snoop is like everybody's uncle. He ain't with the drum. You don't fuck with him.
No,
because Snoop probably still got them hands.
Yeah,
but he's so chill. Probably take a lot to get him mad. I think Kendrick. I hate that song by Kendrick, but I love the performance. Kendrick never fails with his performances. I knew Eminem was going to do "Lose Yourself" because I was like, what else is he going to, do that everybody knows. It was good. I like how he did like the Tupac "Dear Mama."
Mm-hmm.
Was it "Dear Mama" or no? I Ain't Mad at You. I like that.
You know what I thought? I was like, what if this alleged hologram comes out and Tupac just started? I was like, oh.
I would have told you.
Yeah.
Because they got to call me to get the rights. So it was cool overall. I think I'm glad that Rock Nation is in charge of the Super Bowl halftime show, because for a couple years it was very disappointing. I think J-Lo and Shakira did great. This did great. I don't know who can do it next. Usher said he would like to do it, but I don't.
I would watch I mean, because at the beginning, Usher did have like some great hits. I would watch Usher. It's just long as he don't tap into anything between his techno era music, then we're all good. I mean, we're definitely all good. I don't. Yeah, but I mean, yeah.
I actually want Janet to do it. I think she needs to get her redemption back.
Yeah, Janet will be an amazing show. I think that, I would love Janet.
I want Janet to do it. So yes, Mary did sound good.
Yes, Mary did sound good. Taking it from her, but again, as a true fan, I still want her to get that vocal training.
Let me see what else. Off to the halftime shows, like we said, we thought it was good. Versus.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't watch it, and everybody knows I'm a huge Music Soul Child fan, but I didn't watch it. I don't know what I was doing that day, but I think, was it on a Tuesday or something?
It was on a Tuesday. I watched it, and well, first of all, let me get this out the way because there was some controversy before Versus had even started. Swiss said one of his people put online that they were going to be charging for Versus, and that people went on an outrage, because it was like, I think it was like $2.99 a month or $24 a year. That's not bad prices at all. The problem is Versus has been free for what, 2 years almost now. So what you should have did was, when you first introduced it, you should have then said, hey, this is the subscription plan, this is everything we got going on, because we have seen everybody we wanted to see. We done seen Snoop and DMX. We done seen Jill and Erica. We done seen Brandy and Monica. We done seen Jeezy and Gucci. We done seen SWV and Escape. We done seen everybody we wanted to see so far. So for me, it would be pointless for us to pay for it now when people are no longer in the house to really pay attention to it.
Yep.
Also,
I'm sure he took that down very quickly.
Oh, he took it down very quickly. And then he put a tweet up saying, I don't know how they got up there, laughing, crying emojis or whatever he did. I was like, how the fuck he got up there.
When he realized, like, motherfuckers gonna not watch it.
Now, I will say that Instagram kept cutting him off. I'm not mad at it, because Anthony Hamilton and Music Soul Child sounded a damn fool. They sounded like Sanglisha Jones.
Oh. Not like Sanglisha Jones.
It sounded like Sanglisha Jones.
Now y'all know. Now you know Sanglisha Jones is a legendary singer in Baltimore. Don't do it. Don't.
They sounded like Sanglisha Jones. You know who they sounded like? Remember when Mila was doing all that screaming and hollering on Can We Get It Together? That's who they sounded like. And I have seen Anthony Hamilton in concert. I mean, it was boring because he came on after Fantasia. But I've seen Anthony Hamilton in concert. I haven't seen Music in concert, but I know Music can sing. Music sounded horrible. He could not hit his notes. You can tell they was just like, all right, come on, let's go. No rehearsal. I just woke up, and this is the voice that you're going to get. Music Soul Child brought Leela James out. Is that how you say her name?
Yeah. See, Leela James sounds like a young goat. And she went, Leela, I can't. And I won't. I can't. No. And y'all know watching, y'all know when y'all listen to Leela James, go and play a song right now on hers. You can pause this right now and come back to us. We'll be here. But you play a song, Leela. I'm telling you, listen, when you want to interrupt somebody, just go Leela James on it. Like, you know what? I'm just That's how you end every conversation. Just Leela James them real quick. You know what? I got something to say. And just leave it alone and walk away.
She was up there. He bought Anthony Hamilton bought Darnell Jones out, and I didn't know that they wrote damn, what's the song with him and Left Eye? What's the name of that song with him and Left Eye? You know what's up. I didn't know he wrote that with Darnell Jones. And the thing is, I just think everybody was off because Darnell Jones sounded a mess.
And normally Darnell Jones really does pretty good with his
Say what? Say what? Say what? Say what? What's up?
But back in the day,
you know I'm feeling trading. I won't trade.
Let me tell you something.
Trade, you know what's up.
So tell me, Trade, come on. Listen, Left Eye killed that. Like, Left Eye made me want to give me a long shawl and just walk down the hallway.
And walk down the hallway in a pantsuit.
That's all, and just talk. She said, living a life of a hustle, I barely get enough time. I said, come on now.
I'm always going to shine.
Do you remember the song with Left Eye and Tupac?
No.
It's called Untouchable. Whenever you get a chance, look that up.
Are they both rapping on it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Must be when I wasn't dealing with them. So because I wasn't for that. Music Soul Child sounded a mess. And then this is what kind of irritated me. So he bought Mila out, his baby mother.
Mm-hmm.
And as she's coming out to the stage, you know, first of all, the audience was dead. The audience was as quiet as it is in your house. That's how the audience was when she walked out.
Ooh.
And then he was like, ladies, he was like, yo, I want to bring somebody special out. Mila. And she was like, what's up, y'all? 7-0, where my girls at? And it was like, and then he goes and says, ladies and gentlemen, Mila, the face of 702. She is 702.
See, that was ignorant. I'm sorry. Like, because originally she wasn't 702. I mean, she was brought into it. But my thing is, again, don't diss the other girls. I don't care what you say. Yeah, Mila, you might have been a lead vocalist on it, but the light-skinned girl, what's her name?
Misha.
Mila,
what her name?
Misha, Meatloaf. She carried her own at the beginning.
She was belting a little bit. She was belting for burgers a little bit.
No shade. I'm not going to knock her out right now. I don't know what the cigarettes did to her, but in the beginning, I mean, she was holding her own, and she held her own with, all I really wanna say, and you go high. I mean, she held it down with that song, and she was young. So my thing is, don't knock her just because a new vocalist came in the group. Yeah, I get it, but you could just say, hey, this is Mila, one of the members of 702 and kept it pushing. Like, don't slowly diss on my child, because music, you remember during the time when you was out, child, honey, Bilal was giving you that run for that money too. And I love you, music, but don't be shady. Like, don't do that.
Yeah, so that was Versus. I'm glad they stopped the plan because I wouldn't subscribe to it now. Plus, I don't know who else it is. I mean, outside of unless you can get Destiny Child and TLC in the same room. I mean, who else do we have? Because I don't think Mary gonna do it. Mariah ain't gonna do it. Anita and Sade ain't gonna do it. Who else is there to do it?
Me and you ain't gonna do it. So,
well, you can't really battle with me. So
I mean, you trust. Your catalog will never touch mine.
I mean, my catalog's like Janet. Yours is like Latoya's. So
yeah, Janet Dream Street. Yes, of course. That was your album.
Well, yours like
you had more flops lips, and that's all. I'm just saying. And this what happened to your career. It died.
You and that centipede.
Latoya.
Rebe.
Latoya.
Jermaine.
Latoya.
Marlon.
Randy.
The girl that's on back up for Tina Turner. They got the pipe.
Oh,
They got the pie in her face.
child, and the one I laughed, I ain't doing this shit.
You only got to put your hands on me one time. If you
I'm
stay with
out
him, Tina, you a dead woman. Let me see. I think that's all we got for entertainment. Oh, do you know that there's a new catfish over in London?
Okay, my thing on catfish. When do you know that it's just been too long? Like, you can meet people and y'all chit chat. It's fine. Y'all chit chat back and forth on.
You see that? It's called FaceTime. See that?
Yeah. But I mean, there's people that, you chit chat with, but eventually you're going to want to have a live conversation. And if they keep giving you excuses to why they can't talk or why you can't see their face and all this other stuff, it's A, they're in a relationship, or B, it's just not who it is. So, I mean, I don't know if I can let myself, and they're like, I was talking to him for two years.
I was talking to him for 2 years, and he took me to see, and I was on my way to see Dr. Neve. And as I was on my way to see Dr. Neve, he wouldn't pick up his phone. So that caused me to stop and get something else to eat. I was on the phone with you when I told you I was watching Catfish. So I was strolling, wasn't nothing on TV. And then all of a sudden, he was like, yeah, I got shot. I don't know if I'm going to make it. She was like, oh no, you can't dial me. Mind you, this is all through text message. And then the guy came back and said, hey, this is so and so. Kendrick died.
How you die through text message? Like, how do you tell a person I'm not gonna make it? I mean, if you're not gonna make it, I think you will be in a state that you just can't do nothing. Maybe even lifeless, but I don't think that anybody doing a surgery who got shot and they're doing emergency, you hit like, give me my phone, let me text. Hold on.
Hey, I'm in the middle of surgery. I'm not going to make it.
Yeah. Hey, it looks like I'm about to die. Let me. I'm gonna keep you posted. I can't.
Child. Oh, one more thing before we move on to something else. So, did you finish watching Queens?
No. Don't say anything. I'm
Okay.
gonna.
Okay. Well, never mind. We'll talk about that next week. Because I don't. Okay. We'll talk about it next week. All right. Moving on. We had some really good conversations this week about, relationships, social media relationships versus actual reality relationships. We've had, some good conversations about going on trips you can't afford. Going on trips you can't afford.
Let's talk about that.
What, going on trips you can't afford?
Yeah. Give me a story. Give me a scenario. Let me hear it.
Because I want my lips to look like that boy Hole. The porn star in Atlanta, Krusty Debbie.
You talking about Star Crunch booty hole?
Yes, he claimed he a top. I wish I could show that. I wish I could show that picture so bad. I wish I could show that picture so bad, but I know this channel will get taken down.
In a phrase of a good friend of mine, they always say sometimes you're giving trade in the club, but a cunt in the bed, bitch. And there's nothing wrong with that if you do that.
I don't give fuck. I don't give fuck. Well, that hole say something different.
I said that hole says, I mean, it looked like a permanent rose. The way that hole looked like
black and crusty.
it looked like if you looked at it from
It looked
if
like
you
this. You see this little microphone I got?
no, it looked like if you looked
No.
into a bowl of chocolate. What's that cereal with the Reese's cereal?
Reese's.
Yeah, the Reese's cereal. A whole bunch of balls around. I said, what are those around your?
You know what it looked like? It looked like you know how I got the fruity pebbles, but it got the dark ones. It looked
Yeah,
like that. Yeah, it looked like that.
I said that don't look healthy. It look like it needs to be removed.
Um, going on trips you can't afford. So we were talking about something. We saw something on social media, whatever, and I was telling you that I went on a trip with somebody, with a
Mm-hmm.
couple people. This was Circuit 19, no, 19. This was Circuit 2010, I think, because there was a year where I couldn't get you to go on any of these trips with me,
Absolutely not.
with these group of people. I think I went on this trip. I went to Miami like 3 different times, and 2 times I just could not get you to go. I was on the phone. I was begging and pleading like Brandy was doing. I was wishing and hoping. I was willing and waiting, and I was like, I got to get you in Miami. I got to get you here tonight.
Nope.
And you were very adamant. You told me no. You said no, 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 no. You said no, 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 part 1, and no, 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 part 2.
Did.
And I was like, okay, cool. So I went down there with some other people that some that we know, that we used to know. And when I got down there, everything was cool. I got my one friend. He came to pick me up from the airport because this other person wanted to get in the car, and they wanted to look like Danny. They look like Danny Kane when they pulled up to the Remember Danny Kane first video? They
That's
was all sitting on
showstopper.
Showstopper. Yes, they was all sitting on the roof, and I was sitting out there. Mind you, I knew these people, but what you was not going to have me do was sitting on the part where the roof come up.
Talk about we in a car, we packed up, looking like a bus at the. Oh, never mind.
Because you couldn't afford to get a bigger car. See, I know my budget. So when I go on these trips, I know my budget. I know what I can afford. I know what I can afford. I know what I can afford to do, and I know what I can't afford to do. And every time I go on a trip, the first thing I do, and you can attest to this, before I do anything else, we figure out where we going, and then I send y'all about 15 different hotels that we gonna stay at.
Do.
Some hotels we might get kicked out of. That's a story for another day. Other hotels, things have gone down. Story for another day. So we in Miami for Sizzle, and I'm down there. This other person's down there, and he has this young friend. I think he probably was like 20, 21. He didn't know no better. We was all in our some of us were in our 20s, others was in like their 40s and 50s. I was in my 20s. We get down there, and the boys like, hey, I need you to come get me. This nigga trying to fight me. So I'm like, I love a good fight, honey, especially when I'm not involved in it. I love to watch a good fight. So as he's like, yo, come with me so we can go, break this fight up. I'm like, bitch, I ain't breaking no fight up.
Well, you know what Auntie Noxie said.
What'd she say?
Auntie Noxima Jackson, Auntie Noxima, she said there comes a time where you help people, but there also is a time when you help people, you end up getting killed, so you don't help people. See, what's going on up there has nothing to do with you.
I paid for my trip. I paid for my hotel room, or my part. So we walked in the hallway here. We hear this loud commotion. I don't like a whole bunch of confusion, child. I start hearing confusion. I get a little nervous. So we hear all this confusion, this and that. So we in this, the size of hotel hallways. They only but so damn big. So I'm trying to give you a good example without using people's names. But imagine Vin Raines. Is that how you say his name from Baby Boy?
Yes.
Vin Raines and Kevin Hart fighting.
No. No.
Vin Raines and Kevin Hart fighting. You don't want to imagine it?
No.
You want to imagine, like John Lennon said, imagine?
No. Or
Well,
Tracy. No.
or Tracy Spencer. Well, so I'm in the hallway. Vin Raines is basically tearing Kevin ass up. So all I hear is, you thought you was gonna stay with me, little bitch, and you wasn't gonna give me no pussy. I was appalled. He said, I met you on the beach, bitch. You ain't got nowhere to stay.
Wait. So you okay? Hello.
Yes, Diane, how can we help you?
Hi. How are you? I have a
I'm
question.
great. Uh-huh.
So the person flew down to Miami with no plan of anywhere to stay, and you were literally you flew somewhere to be homeless,
Mm-hmm.
and you slept on a beach that could have sand lice,
Mm-hmm.
and you didn't take a shower, you didn't clean up. How did you go to bathroom? Did you shit in the ocean and just come back out?
So pretty much what happened was after so as this fight's going on, this person's like, come help me break the fight up. I'm like, bitch, he ain't gonna throw me out the motherfucking window. I know my limitations. I know when to walk away, especially when it has nothing to do with me. And I don't know you from a can. Just like these girls don't know a difference between a hole in their pussy. I didn't know you.
What'd you say?
A hole in the wall. Excuse me. Let me make sure I get it right.
He's gonna beat her up. You say,
well, that's fine. Most likely, because I'm not helping. I had nothing to do with this. I don't know these people. So after the fight goes on, mind you, this person's in there getting tossed around because she's trying to save this little child. So she be gaddy. She opens up her room. She like Rosa Parks and not Rosa Parks. She like Harriet Tubman. She want to take everybody in and help the slaves out and all that kind of stuff. So I get to the room and I'm like, I want to know what happened. So me. I'm like, so what happened? I'm very concerned at this time. Very concerned at this moment. So what took place? Well, I came down here. I was very concerned. He said, well, I came down here on the plane and he was like, I had some friends and we were just like, we gonna rough it out. So he was like, the first night we stayed on the beach. And he was like, the next night we met this group of guys and the guys said that we could stay in their hotel room. So I was like, so you came down here with nowhere to stay? Bitch, ain't no Motel 6 around here. Ain't no Holiday Inns.
Red Roof. Ain't big enough for me to stay homeless.
So they were homeless. They were homeless, and he said, yeah. He said, I told the guy I was gonna fuck him, but I didn't really think he really was gonna stand behind it. So I was like, oh, okay. So I left because I was like, child, because in my mind, I'm like, bitch, I'm reading you down, but in your face, I'm like, oh, girl, that's sad that you ain't got no money. I said, well, it's never that serious to come on a trip and you ain't got nowhere to stay. So then this person says, well, he could just stay here. I'm like, bitch, we already in here looking like the motherfucking Jacksons, bitch, because you want everybody to
What y'all look like?
Honey, the Jacksons, bitch, on motherfucking honey, that house that the Jacksons live on.
2300 Jackson Street.
2300 Jackson Street, bitch. We was already in there looking like that.
Oh, wait. You said y'all laid up in a hotel room like the Jacksons. Who slept on the couch like Janet?
Bitch, I was on the floor. I said, this is not gonna work. We was looking like this. Remember that little ass house they had? Joe and Catherine in a damn bed. Jermaine and Randy and them in the other bed. Me, Michael, and Latoya and Marlon on the floor.
Bitch,
and then you want to bring in some. And then you want to bring in some other people.
2300 Jackson Street.
So at that very moment, I said to myself, Quinn, it's time to go home. I called up the airport. I said, hey, I have a family emergency. I need to go home. And they were like, you ain't got to leave. We only got a couple more days. I said, actually, I do need to leave. Because if I don't leave.
Ooh, that's deep.
So for me.
You took a homeless person in on y'all Jackson living conditions.
You know, for me, you know, there was a time when we were homeless for 5 minutes.
We're not going to talk about that.
Okay. I'll never forget it.
We will not talk about that.
You know how much I hate. You know how much I hate Cleveland. So I just thought to myself, listen, sissies, if you can't afford to go on a trip,
did you just say, listen, sissies?
Yeah.
Hey, sissy, why is it that men can go to? What's wrong? Why is it that?
If you can't afford to go on a trip, don't go.
I wouldn't go. I mean, I wouldn't go.
Or if you know that you don't have, like, you know, our core group of friends. What?
Yeah, if it's a core group of friends, and you know we're like, hey, you got the trip plan. If you like, child, something happened, I ain't got whatever. Yeah, we're gonna fit it. Like, okay, bitch, still come. We got you. Don't worry about it, and we still have a good time. But just to and you, child, because that money that you paid for that ticket, you could have saved it on something else. For yourself.
Or you could do like I did and have somebody else pay for your shit. All right, moving on. What would you do if an ex-friend worked at your job? Because I know that you're in the position where you interview people, you hire people, you fire people, you know, you do all of the things. What would you do if two people that you recently stopped being friends with came into your office and they worked with you, but you were unaware of it? How would you handle that situation?
Well, I do have a wonderful program. It's a customer service program that stellar services. Anybody comes in, you're automatically on the phone. And from that point, you graduate and you keep pushing. I mean, if we don't, and there's a lot of people, if I don't deal with you, I just don't deal with you. But I won't lose sight of my professionalism. But I don't want you to get comfortable to think that we're friends, bitch. So I want you to know that what we had has died.
What we had was, oh, I forgot how the song go. I remember the star. What he say? What we had with
what we had was the thing and the something. Yeah, that song was cute, but no. And then again, I there's ways. I mean, I really don't have to. If I don't have to deal with you directly, I don't deal with you. What would you do? That was you.
Well, see, I would already know if you were working there or not because I work in IT.
Oh, that is true.
So, a couple things. I could fuck up your account.
Don't you say that?
I could fuck up your network account. You can't log into your computer now. You late for work.
Which they either get this bitch out.
And you know, I always make friends with HR. I be like, who coming in? Let me see who the group of people coming in. And I be like, oh, don't hire that bitch. She still pins and shit. Don't hire that bitch.
Oh, that pins bitch. Yeah, she said.
Well, you know, I wouldn't do anything. That's your job. I wouldn't say anything to you other than hi and bye. And I'm in a position where I ain't got to see nobody.
Yeah, I'm in a position where I have to see people, so
I ain't got to see nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably would be it would be interesting at first. Cause I'll be like, I know this bitch with this motherfucking tank size head ain't. Oh, sorry.
Child, what'd you say, honey? This girdle strap wearing bitch. I know she ain't think we friends. And that's the thing about it. Some people think that, you know, just because we haven't dealt with each other in a decade or some change, that they can just randomly walk up to you and say, hey, friend. No, like our friendship is gone. We buried that. We moved on from that. there's no coming back from there. And I don't want to rekindle anything that, and you know me, you know, me. I don't want to rekindle anything that we've let go and you leave the way it is. And you know how critical I am when you can tell people how critical I cut people off with no warning.
Well, I think I'm a good compromiser, but when you're set in your ways, and
Yep.
I can pretty much get you to do anything. But when you say no, there was a season where I couldn't get you to get on the other. I had one person on one line, had you on the other line, and I said, "Hey, they just want to talk to you." And I was trying to be the middle person. I said, "They just want to talk to you and see what's going on." You said, "No." You weren't nasty or mean about it. You said, "No, I'm good. Call me when you finish."
Yeah. No, there's just no need to rekindle anything. So and we had, I had somebody we knew together that it was just they had too much drama going on with their personal life, and one day we were laughing on the phone, the next day, blocked, delete, and moved on, and I never looked back.
And I'm a history teacher.
Yes, you are.
So I will remind you when you walk up to me outside of a certain club and you say, "Hey," and I do like Nene did Kenya. Hey. And you say, "Oh, don't act like that." Act like what? Don't act like that. You know we cool. No, we not. Your sister over there. All right, come on, y'all.
Customer service.
And I keep walking because I know that you're not gonna do nothing.
Oh, remember that time we was in Baltimore? And remember that time we was in Baltimore, we was going to the club, we was going to the bar, and one person was there, and then when I walked in, it was like they seen a ghost. And I sat right next to them at the bar stool, and I looked at them, and the bartender started reading, and we just started reading the person, and the person and had the little friend, little pop off. I said, "Listen, first of all, you're a young person with adult acne. You shouldn't really be yelling in people's faces. That's first and foremost."
He said, "I need a drink." I said, "Get that bitch some water."
Well, I just said, little girl, go and get your mother.
I said, "Some water."
And I made it very clear. I said, at the end of the day, there's no one in this bar that's going to do anything.
Well, we knew she was. Well, we definitely knew she was.
We definitely knew she was going to do nothing. I said, "Good child, but I'd have whooped your ass up and down that goddamn bar." And didn't laugh.
I think we said that. I think we said that early on when we first met.
I made that, and there's some friendships where people feel like they have control over, but I let people know I will beat your ass. Not to say I can beat the whole world, but these hands are real good, and very few people see me upset. But when I'm upset, I turn to a whole nother person, and he's ready to give it to you. He don't care. And I tell people, I'm like, "Listen, keep it cute." I tell people, "Listen, find something safe to do,
because okay, say it one more time for the people in the back.
Find something safe to do. Because I'm not it."
All right.
That's all.
For me, I let this person know early on. This is open floor for us. We can do whatever you want to do.
We can remodel, or we can
remodel, or we can keep it the way that it is. The choice is yours. I don't really like these blinds anyway.
I think the wall. I think the door should be a little bit bigger.
I don't really care for the paint on the wall.
And with you going through it will help that process. Yeah.
I think right there should be an open concept. So with you going through that wall, I think we'd be good. So, okay. All right. Okay. So we had a very, very, very good conversation about a story you told me about somebody wanting to be with somebody so bad that they yearn and they need it. I can't live my life without it. What am I going to do? I don't have anybody. I need somebody. I want somebody. Won't you be with me? Because I want to be with you. I just want to know what it's like to be with somebody. And I don't have anybody to be because nobody wants to be with me, but I want to be with somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. So pretty much this person, explained to me that they told me that I was validated once in life, meaning that I was in a relationship before and I was validated. Someone chose me and I was in a relationship, whether it was there, whether it was not, but I was still chosen. They were never chosen or validated in any relationship they ever had. They were always told since they were younger, you sure is ugly. They were told that. And everybody that they dated ended up fucking around with one of their friends or their close family members. So that would have told me red flags. I'm gonna be Kiara shared on y'all. Y'all bitches stay at a hotel with my man's home. That's what I would have did. Because again, if you got a whole bunch of cousin Fays around you, then the fuck boys that you fucking with.
Faith, fuck my husband.
Who?
Faith, fuck my husband.
Fuck the family. So when you have that one cousin that can't wait for you to get a new man because that is his target, then you know that ain't your motherfucking close, cool cousin. But again, when you carry that trauma, you know what I mean, about rejection and not being chosen and nobody wants you and you're feeling in your mind that you surely is ugly and all that other stuff, it develops a complex mentally. So any relationship that you get in, whether it's good or bad, or even attempt to get in, you're going to constantly self-sabotage. You're going to look for anything to victimize your trauma and inflict it on that person to make them feel guilty for maybe wanting to leave, or B, having second thoughts because of your behaviors. And I don't think that it's fair. So I asked the person, I said, are you good to be in a relationship right now? You want a relationship so bad. So do you think someone would date you right now based on everything that you told me and everything you're doing? Do you think that that'll be a healthy relationship? And the person's like, no. I said, okay, so if you're saying no, then why you can say, I just want to be in a relationship. I just want people to shut the fuck up and just understand what I'm going through. I said, but again, if you can't love you, you know what I mean? You can't love yourself, then your enemy is your enemy. And that's just what it is. You know what I mean? You're creating the narrative of just being this person who just constantly, you're just a constant double downer on your trauma. So I suggested, I was being nice, I was like, there's nothing wrong with getting therapy. There's nothing. Everybody keeps saying I don't need no fucking therapy. I'm so fucking tired of people judging me and telling me my situation. They don't fucking know me. I just want people to just shut the fuck up, and I just want a relationship. I said, to whomever gets into a relationship with this individual, good luck. And then he said, I'm so tired of giving my body up for sex and people don't stay with me. First of all, yeah, Catherine, yes, go ahead, Catherine.
So, no. You can just say the word no.
So the power of saying, yeah, it's your body, it's your temple. Say no to it. My thing is, again, and I mean,
no.
I tried to you brought it in greater perspective because you kind of broke it down like, well, hey, this is this person's side, how they feel about it. So you want to talk about that a little bit?
So I was saying to you, it's easy for us, people who have been in relationships, who know what it's like to be with other people and things like that, for us to say, hey, work on you, work on yourself. Because when I'm single, I'm single. When you single, you single. Yeah. I'm not a relationship hopper. I don't do, I move somewhere else quick. I moved to somewhere that's not even finished yet. I like my apartment's fresh off the ground. Dirt's still there.
Dirt's still in the kitchen. They ain't put
the kitchen up yet. I like my place is spanking new. But so I was saying to you, I understand what you're saying, because what you're saying is totally true. You cannot be in relationships and continue to bring that toxic, negative energy if you have not figured out what is going on with you. So those times that you are single, that is the time for you to say, let me work on X, Y, and Z. Mm-hmm. You can set a time for yourself and say, hey, I'm only going to be single for a year. Mm-hmm. Or whatever. It could turn into 6 years, 10 years, 20 years, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't mean that don't nobody want you. This and that. It means it ain't your time to be in a relationship. So I was saying, I get your part. If he was somebody in a relationship, your part would make 100% truth. I also understand his part. even though he going about it the wrong way, all that negative, all that, I don't need this, I don't need that. But he's never been with anybody. So you kind of got to look on the outside like, okay, well, you never been with anybody. What I'm saying could be true, but you know what? You take everything that you got going on and you put it with somebody and see how long it's going to last. Because relationships are work.
Right. And I tell people, like, I don't try to, because I'm a psych major, but I don't try to put a clinical hat on everything. You just don't want to do that sometimes. But sometimes when you recognize behavioral patterns, you're like, okay. And then the person keeps perseverating on, hey, and we'll forget it. I'll just be alone. I don't need to be with nobody. I'll just die by myself. Or I guess maybe I'll need to be in this world. So therefore, now you're seeking something else further in conversation. And what I said was, I was like, if that's the way you feel, then that is your space. I don't need it on me. I said, but that is your battle. I said, I've spoken my piece. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but I said, I can't say anything else further. And I had to end that conversation very quickly. And the person called back, said, hey, can we talk? I said, no, because what I don't want is your energy right now. And I tell people, energy is real. When people be calling you and you realize you got that phone, your mind all fucked up because they didn't spread that energy right from their situation to yours. And now you trying to figure out why the fuck you feel sad all of a sudden. You had a good day today, or why the fuck you're paranoid or your anxiety's up and you don't like, what is wrong? Why am I feeling this way? Because that energy is real. And people take that in. So that's why I tell people, control your zen. Don't be listen. Be who you are for your pride. That's all.
I get it.
We'll break a song in a minute or somebody.
Listen. I said, be by yourself, child. Be by yourself, and find somebody who want to be with you, child. Just because. And my thing is, bitch, if you keep saying they only want for my body, well, clearly that's all you giving is your body. Why don't you try to say, hey, no, I don't want to fuck tonight. I actually want to go to the movies. Then you can tell if the person really want to deal with you or not. Hey, I don't want to fuck tonight. Let's go grab something to eat. Hey,
let's walk to the park. Let's do something.
Let's take a long walk around the park after dark.
Something different.
Something.
But if you're sending these motherfuckers your butthole and your penis and all this other stuff, then that's what they're coming in for. They're like, you know what? You fucked up in the mind, but you got a nice body. I want to plunge my penis inside your butthole, or you plunge your penis inside mine. Whatever you're doing, whatever you choose. I
don't condone that kind of behavior. That's disgusting. Two men sleeping together is disgusting.
Because you're a heterosexual bottom.
I'm a heterosexual bottom, and that is disgusting. I'm so sick of all this gay stuff. Gay this, gay that. What happened to the good old days when men would be with women but sneak off with their DL guys? I'm sorry I had to go there. You know how I feel about gay life.
I know.
Just got yuck. But I get it. Yeah. Because we all, and the thing is, I can't fix your self-esteem. Only you can fix your self-esteem.
Yes, only you can fix the self-esteem. It's a lot. Like, it's literally a lot. And you think about it, the especially in the LGBT, SWV, ABC, BVD,
BBC,
BBC,
BWC,
Q&A,
QAnon.
There's a lot that people deal with. I guess the whole, whatever it is that they're, and so when I kind of stimulated the conversation, I was like, I think the person's like, well, someone told me in middle school that I was ugly. I said, but I think what you're saying is deeper than middle school. As you got into the conversation, it's like, well, when I was a kid, then it just took me into when I was a child. So that's all I thought about was dance with my father. So I said, yeah, so it stems a lot from childhood that you have, and what we call that is a carryover. And people know the psych terms, like there's a carry in, carry over, and tune in. But this is kind of like
I know about carry out.
no, this is a carryover. So this is
Oh,
a carryover, meaning that it carried over from your childhood all the way into your adulthood, and now you're dealing with, you're living in your trauma, and it's your safe space because, again, with your safe space and your trauma, it kind of gives you that kind of like, if I get rejected, I already know this is why. If they start getting different on me, I already know this is why, and I could be comfortable of putting myself down first before they put me down.
mm-hmm.
So that's a whole bunch of, and again, we don't have the clinical team to assess the situation on this show, and I'm not, no.
Well, I'm not Ayana.
I get clinical experts, but we don't have a clinical team to go.
I'm not Ayana.
No.
I don't want to fix your life.
Not on my watch. Not on my watch. So I'm not going So I'm not going to do it. Give me some. So
that's enough. Baby, if you want to talk to Ayana, talk to her. I got this, Trina. If you want to say one more word, I got you. When I'm having a bad day, sometimes I go back and watch that clip. Because I was like, "Oh, Evelyn, just smack her beside her bald head."
Oh, Evelyn, Mama Evelyn was going to whoop her ass on TV if the cameras wasn't rolling.
I got this, Trina.
Listen, Mama. Listen, I tell people, I said, listen, I know she gave serious ass whoopings, and she from Maryland. Yeah, she.
Say one more word, and I got you.
One more thing. One more thing. Tear this goddamn room. You say something else. She went pinky on that ass.
Yeah, I get it. I hope my thing is go find somebody. Go find somebody that and bring all that, everything you got going on, bring it to that relationship and watch how negative. I never forget years ago, when I was like 18, just finally getting out and seeing the world for what it was. There was a group of guys, they was in a relationship. That motherfucking relationship was so toxic. These bitches would be down at the mall taking motherfucking hammers out their book bags and trying to fight each other.
Ooh.
I never wanted to get a relationship like that. I like to argue sometimes, and
I can't a relationship.
But you putting your hands on me or trying to hit me with a hammer?
I think that's why I'm fine in Oklahoma here with
Mr. Buck. And that really leads into the next topic, and we're gonna save some of this stuff up, save some more stuff for next week's show. But people that's living a double life, more so I'm talking to the guys that's out here living a double life. I want to talk to somebody living a double life. They ain't gonna bring this up on here. They live in a double life.
No, they ain't gonna bring this up now.
But how the hell do you live a double life? How do you have two families on the side? Two families,
mm-hmm.
And work, and don't nobody know about each other, and the kids be in the same classroom with each other. Don't know their brothers and sisters.
But the thing to get me, there's always one person be saying, there's no way he can be having it because he's always with me.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one like, well, bitch, he was with me last night. I'm like, what? Got it?
Well, bitch, he was with me last night too. And now y'all fighting each other. And now he over there with a third family.
And then you found out 10 years later he was actually a twin. How you done drag his ass through the mud? And you found out he's a goddamn twin.
But people would live in this double life, like this double social media life, this double, like remember the video of the guy, he was on the car. He saw somebody at the gas station, and he went over to the guy and said, "Hey, can I take a picture in front of your car?" Mm-hmm. And the guy took the pictures for him, and then he went back and got inside this small little car and was trying to pretend like it was his car.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you know eventually that shit catch up with you? Don't you know eventually people gonna be like, well, that's not the same person that was in the Instagram page that, like, you got roaches.
And he driving a Ford Focus and a Dodge Neon like we are.
And you got roaches.
Mm-hmm.
And you live with your mother who lived with her mother.
All right, that was a good show. Have a good night. See y'all. Bye. Call me next week. I'm gonna go pick up this wick. See you.
And it's just like, or you telling people, yeah, I got a house in Wrightown. No, you live with your mother. She don't live in Wrightown.
She live in Cherry Hill.
You don't have no house. You got a small room, like they did on 23 Jackson Street. So when you live in the social life media, the social media life compared to reality, what are you getting out of it?
But also, okay, and I'm sure that some of our viewers can agree with me. Some people's relationships are ruined because of the imagery of social media. Now, me personally, if I'm in a relationship with somebody, I don't need to put on social media, me and my boo getting ice cream together. Look at me and my boo. We at the park. This is me and my boo. Babe, maybe some chicken and waffles. Or, oh, babe did something real nice. And oh, babe. And me and Bay in every picture. Look at our anniversary. Bay set the room up and all this other stuff. And every 1,001 pictures of me and Bay. Don't think for 1 second, and you tag your Bay in there. Don't think for 1 second these messy bitches ain't inboxing your motherfucking dude.
Okay.
And your motherfucking dude entertaining all that motherfucking attention he's getting because the persona that your partner has posted or pasted or whatever they did made you look real sexy right now. And then you wonder why have these relationships again. Me and Boo, y'all might be wearing the same outfit on Christmas, but come New Year's, bitch, y'all ain't together. And there's some people, and I like back to me, I tell people, I'm like, my relationships is those who are close to me know about what's going on. I don't think that I need social media to validate that I love you or I'm in a relationship with you. I don't have nothing to hide. Too grown for that. I ain't got nothing to hide, but also I'm not putting all shit out on social media. Now, and I've been in several relationships and I never posted anything on social media because my relationship is my family knows and my friend knows. And that's automatic. Because at the end of the motherfucking day, if shit go down, if my partner gets sick or things happen or whatever, social media ain't gonna come to our rescue. And me and my partner live together, we lose our motherfucking house. Social media ain't gonna help pay our motherfucking bills. If my partner's in the hospital and they need an operation, need surgery, social media ain't gonna come through. So why the fuck are you so worried about with social media things? And then they get and then it comes into the complex of the insecurities. Well, you probably got something to hide. You're ashamed of me and you don't want to be. No, bitch. No, not on my watch. Not on my watch. No. And then sometimes when you think about the deeper aspect, you flipping the door on us other shit. What are you doing? You know what I mean? If I'm telling you, I'm with you, I'm praising you, my friends know you, we talk, we do this everything is good, and then you ruin it. That's how it happens. And I've had a relationship where my partner was so caught up in social media and what social media thought and this and that, and we ended up breaking up. And they were, we ended up breaking up, and then they were like, let's get back together. No, because that's where it is. That we're gonna leave it right there because what I'm not gonna deal with and what I'm not gonna fight with is the battle of the mind. You know what I mean? That is your own demons. That is your energy. Because if you can't trust me enough and all this other stuff, and I ain't got shit to hide, and everybody in the fucking world that knows me, that's close to me, knows that you are my partner. No, my thing is, I'm good old faithful to the end now. Off season. Now, off season.
But
I do what the hell I want to do.
but they got on the same outfit. Why don't we do that?
Oh, we ain't do nothing special for Valentine's Day. Let people be great. If that's what they do on social media, let them be great. But for me, I tell you at the beginning so you know. And if you don't want to deal with it at the beginning, you could let the beginning. I say that I'm not a person who's social media whore for my relationships. I'm private. I'm not ashamed of myself. But my relationship is my relationship. You see how successful Beyonce and Jay-Z shit is. You know what I mean? You see how successful people who keep their shit to themselves, their relationship doesn't go all over the goddamn place. But the moment you become a whore for the media, then yeah, your relationship's all over the place. Everything is watched. People are being messy. People will sabotage just because. So my thing is pick and choose that battle in that situation.
Yes.
That's why I'm what?
That's how it was with me and what's name back in the day. Y'all ain't know about us in the 90s.
No, nobody knew about you and Tupac.
That was me on I ain't mad at you. But now I agree with you. Like, I don't think I've ever posted any. No, it was one person I posted, but we was at a concert and he just happened to be in the picture.
I mean, it happens.
But I don't wake up in the morning like, oh, let's take a picture. Me and Bae just waking up. Oh, let's take a picture. Me and Bae driving.
But this is another thing too. These relationship people. If you're not fully satisfied in your relationship, don't fake to nobody else that everything is all peachy and I'm with this person. Because if you're entertaining other things in that relationship, you're not being truthful to yourself. And sometimes we just too goddamn old.
Preach, preacher.
Sometimes we just too goddamn old to be playing this back and forth. Now, if you with your partner, be with your motherfucking partner.
Because somebody else in your man's inbox calling him Miss Mamas.
Hey, Miss Mamas.
And your man is supposed to be a top. One man's top is another man's bottom.
Yeah.
So and you keep on posting and tagging your man, girl, you want to know why he left you.
Like I tell people, like if I'm getting in a relationship, and I ain't perfect, but if I'm getting in a relationship, I ain't perfect. But if I'm getting in a relationship, I'm gonna be focused on whatever it is. And my thing is, you got to learn too sometimes in relationships because we all are human. If it's not working out, it's not working out. Like,
but it also has to be, if both parties are not trying to make it work. Now, if both parties are making it work, you can try. But if both parties are not making it work, you have to know, okay, it's time for me to wrap this up and move on to the next thing. Whatever the next thing is for you, it's time to move on. But stop letting these bitches on social media, because half of them on social media. I know some bitches that are one way on social media and broken. I know some bitches that's 40 years old and still living in their mother's house. Talking about, oh, my mother calling me. No, bitch, she wants you to come fix her a plate so you can take it to her. Oh, you can't come because my mother upstairs because she lived with you. She called you because she need that remote control off the couch. I live with my mother. Yes, you do. My mother live with me. No, you live with your mother. It's her house. And that's for the girls who never moved out. See, I'm about to choke. The Lord telling me to stop.
Yeah. Follow. Go with God, Crispy.
I'm just saying. Relationships are not easy. It's if you ain't got your shit together, why you want to be with somebody else?
Hello.
Be by yourself.
Hello.
Celine Dion said, all by myself.
Because she never needed anyone. And
anyone.
Making love was just for fun. Those days are gone.
They gone. They gone. They ain't coming back. Let him go, girl. He on his way to his the next nigga house. Stop calling you. He not calling you. He call you when he finish.
Oh, he calling you. Oh, he calling you when the main one is out of town.
Telling you to come over.
Yeah.
Can I come over?
Can I stop by?
So you know.
What else you got on? What else you got for me today?
We can say the other stuff for next week. What you got? You got any stories?
Positive letters?
You got any positive letters?
Do I have positive? Do you have? Did they email one to you?
I'm still waiting for somebody to send me one, and they actually sitting inside the chat right now, and they know who I'm talking about.
And I'm waiting for the other person too. They're sitting in this chat too. So
so we talk about both of y'all. Both of y'all, we talking about y'all.
So I'm waiting for your chat whenever you send that positive.
Especially the one I know, because the one I know is a hoe. He a rich hoe, but he a hoe.
Yeah, it's very rich.
I know he got stories.
That one? Yeah, I know they got stories. I got stories about never mind.
Jazz from Drew Hill got stories. No, that's all I got, y'all. I ain't got no more. Happy birthday to you, my Lord. Happy birthday to you.
Take your time. But I do want to shout out to one of our viewers that are watching. He is a huge fan of our show. So Quest.
Hey, Quest.
So Quest.
Hey, Miss Mamas. Miss Mama's Quest. Quest. Quest, don't act like that, Quest. You know that's how we talk on the phone with each other, Quest. I'm gonna call you Quest. You know we gonna gig with a phone and shit. What if I talked always like a drag queen all the time?
Oh.
And every other word was gay. Cause bitch, we go gag, bitch, if you all the things, girl.
The Bando Balls. No, I'm done with you.
All the things, girl.
I have to go.
Why you got your sunglasses on the entire show? What you never explained that situation.
Look, I was at the club last night.
Okay.
I was at the club. So when
what happened at the club?
Okay, so when I was at the club, I was walking, because I was looking adorable as fuck last night at the club, and I was walking, and someone said, "I have to do the face." Someone came up to me and said, "Hey, I've seen you in the grocery store." With his sleepy Down syndrome eyes, and I was like, "Okay." And I kept walking. And I kept walking. I didn't know. I was like, "Okay, you see me in the grocery store." I mean, Tulsa, Oklahoma ain't but so big. So, I mean, you see me. Cute.
I'm just over here looking for my Easter song I'm going to sing.
Cute.
The Lord be with you on Easter.
Cute.
So did you talk to him?
I said, "Oh, okay, thank you." And I kept going because you know how my night is when I'm adorable. I'm busy. And Q will tell you, I'm the only one out the crew. I don't pay attention to people, but it is what it is. But yeah.
I wouldn't know because last time I was at outside the club in Atlanta, outside Bulldogs, somebody tried to talk to me, but then when they saw you, they told me out the way. They called me a fat cow.
We're not gonna go there.
So,
but
the second time I've been with you, somebody called me Chick-fil-A.
On that note, I'm going to bed because I'm still in recovery. I thank everybody for watching this show. It's been amazing. I love your energy. Please stay sweet. So,
all right, everybody.
We love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Keep it pushing. Next week. Well, not next. I don't know because I don't think next week I'll be busy.
Well, we're gonna record early.
Yeah, that's what we'll do so we can get y'all. We like to be consistent, so
And we want to thank everybody for supporting us and giving us your feedback and all of those good things. And whoever wants to come on the show, we'll think about it. All right.
Beer back, beer back, beer back, beer back. Let me like I get something I want it. Beer back, beer back. All right, y'all. Gotta go. Deuces.